And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy?
Everything. So basically, yo, it's your boy Zachary Carroll, aka Pastor Z. Welcome back to my channel where I help you apply the Bible to all of life's craziness. Tia Mowry recently got divorced to her husband, and she has been going on a marathon of celebration of this divorce, the dissolution of her holy covenant of marriage. And she went on this talk show to give more insight as to why she decided to get divorced. Let's see what she's talking about.
And you've spoken about this, so
Yes.
we're comfortable asking you about it. But you and your husband, like a lot of couples, decided that it was better to be lived, your life's better lived apart than together.
Yes.
How did you know that it was time
That's a really good
to
question.
take that route?
It is.
I knew when I really started to focus on my happiness. I feel like women, we tend to focus on everybody else's happiness, making sure that everybody else is okay, meaning our children. Meaning, you know, our children, our friends,
The two greatest silver bullet words that come together to make a phrase that will destroy any marriage. It is the foundation for the separation of what God has brought together. It is the wedge between the holy covenant. It is what man does to separate himself from God in many ways. And that phrase is my happiness. In a proper marriage, the wife should care about her husband's happiness, but she is not responsible for her husband's happiness, and vice versa. Love is not happiness. Love is a choice. This is how the Bible describes love. 1 Corinthians 13:4. Love is patient, love is kind, love does not envy, it is not boastful, it is not arrogant, it is not rude, it is not self-seeking, it is not irritable, and does not keep record of wrongs. Love finds no joy in unrighteousness, but rejoices in the truth. The key phrase here is it's not self-seeking. And that's what a lot of us miss. Even those of us that are not married, wanting to be married, our expectation of marriage is that it's meant to serve us. That marriage has a half-life. That marriage will not last long. It won't last longer than 10, 15, 20 years, something like that. You're not going to live a life with somebody thinking that the marriage with them is just supposed to serve you.
it's about self-love. And when you start to really...
No, it's not. That's a worldly standard of love. We just read it. It's about self-love. You should take care of yourself, honor your bodies, because it is a temple of the Holy Spirit. But marriage is not about self-love. Being single is probably more about self-love than marriage.
Work on yourself, love yourself, know your value, know your worth, and then all of a sudden there's this awakening. Wow. And it's not easy. It's a hard journey, but at the end of the
Loving yourself is hard? No, it's probably easy. Way easier than trying to love somebody else.
day, I feel like it is so worth it. So
Yeah, wow.
Clap it up.
Tia,
Following that guideline, every woman, wow, this audience is 100% women. If they followed that parameter, all of them will be divorced.
what I think, first of all, you could hear the people saying yes, and here, people at home are sitting thinking I feel this because marriage is hard.
It takes a lot of work.
And it also takes a lot of guts to know when you need to change something.
Yes, it really does.
It takes a lot of...
I love how they're like diminishing the idea of divorce. Like, divorce is a separation. It's a destruction of the holy covenant. It is a separation of what God has put together, what Jesus said in Matthew 19 that we should not let happen. We should not let it happen. And it's all in the phrasing. It's all in the description. It's like, it takes guts to know when a change is needed. Like, okay, it takes guts to get divorced. Like, they don't even want to use the word divorce, because they know it's not good. It's not good for the kids. It's not good for either one of the parents. And that's really the saddest part. I just recently watched the video by Alan Parr where he described his life growing up with his parents being divorced, and wow, there's so much destruction. I have lots of friends. I have couples that I counsel that grew up in a household of divorce. The number one thing that the child wants is to see their parents back together. Like, if you could give them anything, I wouldn't say all children that are parents are divorced, but for the most part, they would want to see their parents together.
Courage to say this isn't working.
Yeah.
Was there a moment where you knew I have to do something different?
Yes, I feel like when I started to, again, like I said, focus on myself, but there was this sadness. And I knew that life is short. I had actually, lost my grandmother. We had lost Elena Housley, and both of them at the same time. There was just an aha moment in me where I said, you know what? You need to tap in, see what's really going on with your happiness. Life is short. Let's go. Let's start working on you and really.
Well, I hope she didn't make this decision while grieving the loss of her family members, but life is short. So this means you should separate from your husband.
Focusing on what really, really matters here, which is at the end of the day, your peace, your joy, and your happiness. So I would say that. And I was in therapy as well. Yeah. I'm a huge fan of therapy. So it was.
Don't ever go to a therapist that suggests, unless there's abuse, to get divorced to your spouse. That therapist is trash.
It's all of that, together that gave me that, aha moment.
What were you the most afraid of stepping in? Because stepping in. Because some people, when you say, "Oh, my husband and I are going our separate ways," they go, "Oh no, oh that's sad." But you actually see this as
a celebration.
A celebration.
I really do. I look at it as one of.
Oh, that's celebrating the wrong things.
Stop the cap.
Like, celebrating a divorce. Woe be unto a people that call evil good and call good evil. Now, unless your husband is abusing you, which essentially is him abandoning you, abandoning the faith, there's no celebration of separation from your husband. There isn't. That's nothing to celebrate. That's really nothing to celebrate.
One of my friends, she sent this beautiful letter to me from a woman who got a divorce. And it's all about, this perspective, in my opinion, and just changing the narrative. My marriage was a success.
Yeah.
I look at.
What? What? How are you going to say your marriage is a success when you're getting divorced? That blows my mind. That blows my mind. Oh, we had a good run. We tried our best. Are the vows not till death do we part? This is just backwards. But yet, this is what sin does. It makes you think that which is of the Lord is bad, and that which is of flesh is good. Following him will harm you. This is exactly what the devil did to Adam and Eve. The devil painted God's law as holding back something that was going to make Eve and Adam better, stronger, to be like God. And this is the essence of sin, is to convince us that we must celebrate that which God does not want us to do. Listen, when you get divorced the first time, the likelihood of you getting divorced again, because essentially she just laid it out right there. The parameter of her marriage going forward, her marriages going forward, because she's still young. I'm guessing she'd want to get married again. The parameter of that, my marriage has to make me happy. If my marriage doesn't make me happy, then it's not right. So every single time she's not happy in a marriage, she's going to leave. The stats show it. After a first divorce, the likelihood of a second divorce goes up like 60%. I mean, it's crazy.
Get it as like a curriculum when you're in college or high school, right? You're learning, you're growing, you're evolving, you're creating. And I was able to create with Corey some beautiful, amazing children. Yeah. And at the end of that curriculum,
that you are no longer prioritizing their happiness and are destined for a life of turmoil because their parents are no longer together.
And at the end, there's a graduation, there's a celebration. So that's basically, how I'm looking at it now. And
what? So she's comparing her divorce to a graduation. So like your time together was preparing you for the next. That's such a incorrect statement. So what's the next step? Your second marriage? Life as a single mother? Life as a divorcee? And her kids are young too. Wow.
And I feel like people when they look at marriage, that success equals longevity. But no, at the end of the day, it's, are they happy?
Everything. So basically, the definition of successful marriage means the two parties are happy. As a single person, I'm not happy every day. So does that mean my life is unsuccessful? There's so much beauty in life through discomfort, delayed gratification. If you want to get in shape, you're going to have to be uncomfortable. You're going to have to go to the gym on days you don't want to go to the gym. You're going to have to eat foods that you don't feel like eating, that you're going to have to refrain from eating foods that you do want to eat that will make you happy. When you resort happiness to a feeling, and that is what becomes your God, your idol, oh yeah, you're going to be lost very quickly, because that is a compass that's constantly moving. A compass only works if it continuously points north, no matter which way you turn. This is the way north.
Are they thriving? Are they growing? And I feel like that is what is most important. It's not about staying in something because however long you are in that situation, that equals success. It's about really, again, are you happy? Because life is really short.
Yeah, it's like a blank.
Happiness is fleeting. Here today, gone tomorrow. When you think of happiness, think of a breeze in the wind. It feels good. It should be enjoyed. It should be embraced. But you should not orchestrate your life around the momentary breeze, because then you're going to be chasing the wind for the rest of your life. Well, that's all I got for you. Hopefully this was a good Pastor Reacts video. Hope you learned something. If you thought it was helpful, please share it with a friend. Please also subscribe to the channel. We're almost to 400 subscribers. We're almost to the ultimate goal of 500 subscribers. And I thank all of you new subscribers. Welcome to the family. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're enjoying the videos. Please let me know other things you'd like me to react to, you'd like to talk to. I want to hear from you. I want to hear what you're thinking, what you're feeling. Please put it in the comments section. I'd love to dialogue with you down below. My name is Zachary Carroll, aka Pastor Z. Y'all be cool.